Well, hello there, Apple Bites. Hi,
Hey,
we're doing Apple Bitey things today, and we've got our awesome guest Travis Gibb here of Orange Cone Productions, and we've got Jordan, and we've got Roman Tony.
hey, how's it going?
Hey.
Starting off
Uh,
with an intro with no one on the show. Ralph will be here soon. So
yeah, Ralph
what
will
else?
be here soon, but for
Oh,
now,
lovely.
I'm running this shit.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought you said we couldn't do that for the first minute.
Yeah,
That's
I
not
already.
it.
You know
That's a
what?
minute and a
What are
half.
you talking about?
It's a minute 30.
Wait,
She,
I said ship with a P. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
it's a minute 30. She's good. She went until 59 seconds and bang.
All right. I'm usually not that bad, but
Yeah,
someone had to do it. So
yeah.
anyway, yes, we've got Travis here of Orange Cone Productions. Tell all the people out there all the cool things that you're doing. No pressure.
I do lots of cool things. You want to talk about the most current new thing or all the things? What
All the
things?
things. Talk about
I mean,
all
I'm
the
very
things.
confused because I just learned from the intro that the apple bites me. Like, so I'm all confused. I thought I was biting the apple. Like, I
No,
don't know.
the apple bites you, but when you least suspect it. So it could be 5 minutes from now. It could be 5 days from now. You'll never know. It's just going to sneak up on you.
The apple is out to get me.
Yeah, it's out to get you. Sorry, I don't make the rules.
Yo, the
That's
anime intro is a lot easier, man. It's a lot
Yeah.
fucking
wild world. So I'm Travis Gibb. I run Orange Cone Productions. We do a ton of comics on Kickstarter and in the direct market. Everything from Granite State Punk, Cthulhu Invades, to Coins of Judas, to Voodoo Nations, to Broke Down for Dead Bodies. But currently on Kickstarter, we have Holiday Spirits, which someone on this panel besides me is in it.
Who is that?
Probably
Me.
Tony. I don't know him, but probably Tony. That's my guess.
Probably, yeah. I think Tony. Probably.
No, it's me.
nice to meet you.
No, it's you. You did some art for our little project.
Yeah, no, I'm just messing with you. Yep, I did a story and I did some arts, and I'm trying to pull up the link now to see if I can show off this awesome campaign. Let's see if this works. I do present. Hopefully nothing incriminating comes up. Let's see, share screen.
I mean, I'm not going to put you on blast for what was said off air, but you really are worried about incriminating yourself. I'm very concerned.
I mean, yeah, look, man, whatever incriminating things I do in my own spare time should not be seen on screen. It's not working. Oh man, I tried to do the share screen thingy.
to present. Yeah, I think our host has to click the thing to
Right.
put it live.
You might have to. He may have had to officially.
Every day. I mean, it's always going up and doing really well.
That is awesome. Yeah, we're super close to being funded. This is great. I mean, it would be great to be way overfunded and get those stretch goals in.
Yeah.
We got the project we love. And yeah, tell us more about the campaign, like who is involved, what's going on.
Yeah, so we this is our third volume. In my little picture here, we did volume 1, we did volume 2. This is our third one. It's our biggest one yet, and we've got some great creators. We've got Cullen Bunn. Perhaps you've heard of him. He does a few books. We've got the creative team over at By the Horns for Scout. We've got Us Canceled, Story from Canceled, which is also a comic that used to be at Scout that's now independently run by David Byrne. We've got people from Swamp Dogs at Scout, lots of Scout apparently. Mario Cantinelli from Kilchella, which was a very popular book last year. We've got Don Wynn. We've got you. You're one of the big names. I put you on the big name list.
I know. It was like one of the best indie artists, and I'm like, oh man, if only they could see the rest of this comic.
But no, we've got a lot of really good people. Hanu Kelson, who you probably never heard of, but he's huge overseas.
He was popular on Twitter for a while. I remember he used to help with the comics promo on Twitter.
Yeah, he used to do a lot of stuff. I mean, it's been a couple of years. I think it's been a year, so I can tell he was going through a divorce and he got a little distracted. But yeah, he's does some killer stuff. And James Ferguson, Matthew Sumo's here, which is great. Matthew Cond. I mean, a lot of these people are mainstays in the Kickstarter arena. Kurt Belcher, J.M. Brandt. Like, so it's really cool to get everyone together. Daniel Calvin, to get all these people together to put together a book, and we did. And it's the biggest book yet, which is really cool. And basically, here's the concept: it's horror stories set around Christmas. So there's all various horror stories set around Christmas. But unlike a normal anthology, there is a beginning, middle, and end. There's a through story that we add to make it all fit together, and it's a lot of fun. So some really cool stuff in here. If you're into that, if you want to see Krampus, or you want to see Santa murdering people, or children doing whatever evil children are, lots of really cool stuff. We're super proud of it. Like I said, this is the third volume, and they just keep getting better and better. And you can buy all the different versions. You can buy digital or soft cover, all the stuff. All the stuff is there.
This is a lot of stories, actually, scrolling through the whole thing. I'm like, wow, like, how many stories in total are in here?
There's 16 stories in here. I think we're clocking at 175, so almost a 200-page book. So it's a big book. And what's cool about that for people who've backed it before, we don't increase the price. It's the same price as all the other ones. So even though we've added more pages, we kept that price low for you guys. So it's really cool. Got a whole bunch of combos if you miss some of the old ones or you want certain covers. But I'm really proud of it. I think it's one of our best series. It's created by Jerome, who's my letterer and a big advocate of Orange Cone. He just wanted to make a comic, and there it was. And these are all my comics. These are all the ones that Orange Cone produces. So if you want to buy some of those, they're there too. We have add-ons for
so many add-ons. Oh, and you've got the Cthulhu series also.
Yeah,
I've heard of that one.
Yeah. So we've done a lot of stuff, and this book is really cool. I try to give back to the community by doing anthologies like Cthulhu Invades and this, and try to work with as many people as possible we love. And Matta, you don't know this, but you were on our list. I met you in Holiday Spirits 2 around there, and I was like, when we're doing 3, we need to make sure she's on the invite list, because I think you do great stuff. I love your books. I back all your books. So
you do, and I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Sometimes I get stickers, which is cool, or weird extra stuff. Not stickers, but you send other stuff in there.
Or weird notes. Lots
weird
of weird
notes.
I always send weird notes to people I know, because I'm just like, why not?
The apple has bit you.
That's going to be your next note.
Right.
It's just going to be
you're launching pretty soon, right?
I am launching pretty soon. I wonder if I can actually share that on here. And
yeah, you just got to cancel this one and put the other one up. It should.
I'm actually wondering if I can just copy and paste the link into the tab here without having to close. All right. Wish me luck here.
May the force be with you.
All right. Let's do this. Oh, cool. Yeah. There we go.
Look at that.
All right.
Yep. So we've got Sacramony coming up in exactly 1 week. I'm totally not nervous about it whatsoever. But yeah, we're at 143 followers, which is the most that I've ever gotten so far. The highest record before was like 127. So that's pretty huge. I definitely have like the Bit and Apple folks to thank for that, because you guys have been like promoting this thing more than I have.
Nice.
Definitely. Yeah. So it's great having people in my corner. I've never had that before.
Yeah, I watched you fight with Tony over pineapple pizza.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, not going away anytime soon.
Okay.
But yeah.
And this is the first book after the trade, right? Because you did another thing in between.
It's actually the second after the trade, because the trade is 1 through 5, and then I did 6, which for some reason a lot of people missed out on 6. They're just like, oh, I didn't know that happened. So I guess like this is everyone catching up now.
Well, was it in October?
No, it was in
September?
Oh man, probably August. I'm so bad with timelines nowadays, but it was probably in like August or June or something. Probably when everyone was like on vacation. I think it was June actually.
Okay. Because I know September and October, I don't know if you know, but there was 276 campaigns live. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, because I remember there was this whole thing where there's like a superstition or like self-fulfilling prophecy where people are like, if you launch in May and you launch in September, it like those are the best months to launch. So it just becomes this self-fulfilling thing where like everyone just launches at that time. The same way where they're like, if you launch on a Tuesday and you end on a Thursday, you make the most money. So now everyone is launching on Tuesday and ending on a
Right.
Thursday. And yeah. But yeah,
I like
so
that. I like to end on a Friday to hopefully get their credit, their paycheck in my the Kickstarter money at the same time, just in case.
yeah, that's what I usually do too. I end on like a Friday or like I guess technically Saturday morning at like 2 a.m. just in case, anyone comes in late and they're just like, oh hey, I forgot to back the thing. Let me go back the thing. Or they're like drunk and making bad decisions or something, I guess.
Yeah.
Which is totally a Friday night thing. But yeah, going live, gonna have a lot of cool stuff up for rewards, like including this painting that I did for the
Oh
cover.
wow! Now is that the painting?
This is
Or
the
that
actual
pencil?
painting.
Okay.
Yeah, it's done in watercolor, it's done in colored pencil, acrylic paint, basically whatever I could use to get the job done. But, one lucky person will hopefully back the campaign and take this home so that it doesn't stay in my own home and probably get wrecked because I'm so bad at keeping my own stuff.
Do you sell prints when you do shows?
I'm gonna start doing that now because I haven't done any shows since 2019 with like the whole pandemic thing
Oh
in
wow!
2020. Yeah, actually, I think the last show I did was in January of 2020, and then the pandemic happened, and I was like, nope, not getting sick.
Right.
But yeah, I feel like I'm finally in a place where I've got enough comic stuff to be able to do shows again because I started my comic stuff in like 2021 and I have my trade now. I have some single issues. I've got some stuff for prints. So yeah, I'll be doing shows and be doing prints for that.
And you'll have Holiday Spirits. We'll put that up there. It'll be great.
Oh yeah, I will absolutely have Holiday Spirits. And that will also be a good thing to have because then it's like when I tried selling comics before and I only had like the one comic, it was like, oh, is that all you have? Is that the only comic you have? I'm like, bro, like I do this all by myself. Like, please give me a break.
Yeah, that's literally how Cthulhu Invades started. I was just like, all right, I need to trade as quickly as possible. I am not capable of producing said thing all by myself, but I have a lot of friends. Let's make this happen.
Yeah, that's definitely a good way to go.
So, are
And
there
then
any questions?
it helps everyone though, because then everyone has like a trade now, and they're just like, "Here's my trade."
Right.
Question for both of you: are there any shows that you're thinking of doing or planning on doing in the future?
I guess whatever will take me that doesn't charge $500 for a table. That's like the bar is so low, you guys.
I unfortunately pay a little bit under $500 for my next show, which is MegaCon in Orlando.
But MegaCon is actually good though, so
it's a good show. It's a good show, but I think it was like $470. So
it's still under $500.
It's still under $500. You're right.
One of my best friends goes there every year.
Huh.
Now, MegaCon's a great show. This one's an amazing show. I mean, they've got
which one is it?
It's wild how many good guests they have. So
I'd like to try to get into Anime NYC, but I never get in. But maybe this time will be the time. Because I feel like my stuff might do better at like a sort of anime con than like a regular traditional comic con. But I'm gonna try everything and see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, you never know. Just try. I would just say.
I'm in a weird limbo where I'm like too anime for Western comics and too Western for like anime stuff. So it's hard to figure out where I actually fit in. But
yeah, I think that's an accurate statement of your art style.
In Anime NYC, there's a bit of a range. I think you have a chance. Like Jake sells the stuff, and it's not very anime. Like they have a range. I mean, you should just try. I mean, it's hard to say. I mean, New York Comic Con is like tough. They say no to everybody, so it's like, I don't know. So. But you could try. I mean, it's nothing in trying.
There was a few times where I did actually get into Comic Con, but like I didn't have a lot back then.
Yeah. It's just tough. I mean, art is so subjective, so. Yeah. But try. Nothing wrong with trying. Jordan, were you gonna show us something?
Hurt feelings if I get rejected, huh?
Yeah.
What?
Jordan, were you gonna show us something? I thought you were getting up.
Oh no, I thought no.
You were talking about your friend, and then you got up and
Oh no,
started
yeah, I
singing.
thought I had something of
Yeah.
his from MegaCon, but no, I don't.
Yeah, no,
All right.
MegaCon's a good show. I go every year. It's been my house show, my home show, so I make sure I appear. It's gonna be good. I'm on the guest. I've leveled up this year. I'm on the guest list this year. I mean, I paid, just like I told you, I paid for the table, but they
Right.
put me on the website, so I'm
Yeah,
fancy.
you know.
They're like, you're
I-
worth being on the website, not worth not giving us money, but you still, but we'll put you on the website.
Maybe next year. Maybe next year is the year where you don't have to give them money.
Right.
We'll see.
I'm hoping.
I mean,
'Cause
the
I mean-
audience doesn't know that. I mean, to us, it looks like they paid you to be there. That's how it looks like to us always when you're on that list, you know. So
Yeah, if I wasn't among
Yeah.
creators, I would probably, yep, I'm a guest. I
Yeah.
would not clarify the rest.
Yeah, I'm wondering if it would be better to play it off as that, like, yeah, I'm a guest. I got invited to be here. Or if you just like keep it real and you're like, no, they charge me money.
Dude, it's wild. Some of these places. I went to Baltimore this year because we were nominated for Ringo for Cthulhu, and someone printed up baseball cards, like rookie cards of me and my wife, and had me sign them. Like I was like, "What is this?" He's like, "Everybody on the guest list. I make sure they sign." I'm like,
Oh, that's cool.
That's interesting.
That's cool.
So wait, did they just randomly like find your picture off of Facebook and like print it out, or like how?
Yes, it was kind of weird. Yep.
That's kind of creepy.
Oh no, let me take that back. I think they took the picture from Baltimore. I think they took the picture from the
Okay,
website.
that's
Okay.
like next thing you know, they have like cards of your family, and you're just like,
Right.
what the hell is this?
But it was weird, and my letterer was there, Jerome, who puts this together, and he didn't print his. He's like, "Oh, I don't have letterers," and I was like, "Oh."
But he got nominated for Granite
Right,
State Monk, didn't he?
was the thing.
It's like Ralph did that to us. He had Shadow make figures of us. We didn't provide pictures. We didn't know how, but he made figures for all of us. Like he made me a Spider-Man. He made Ralph like as a Jedi. He made figures for all of us at the show. But we didn't provide pictures. They just did it. So.
Oh my god! I saw Ralph's Jedi, but I didn't see any of the others he made.
Yeah, my Spider-Man's way over there.
Mine isn't here yet.
Oh yeah, this was before you joined. Sorry.
No,
I don't know. Yeah, we should get Shadow to make figures of you guys too.
Oh my god.
Well, it depends on his schedule. We'll see.
So. Yeah, he asked for my shipping address like 3 weeks ago, and I'm still waiting to see something.
I have your address.
No,
yeah.
No, he has it, but it's just like waiting.
It's probably just swamped.
Yeah.
All right. I see we've got some other projects here.
Yeah.
Oh, but my tab thingy went away. I'm so professional, you guys. I have no idea how Ralph does this like twice a week. Oh, there we go. All right.
Good boy. Volume 4 is officially starting February 1st. Garrett Gunn, Dr. Christina Blanche, Kit Wallace. Yeah, it's a good time. It's John Wick, but human dies instead of dog.
That's amazing. So the dog has to get vengeance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. Absolutely love it.
Yep.
Because it's like, you know what? Animals never fare well in movies. So it's good to see the human die and then the animal has to take over.
Yep.
He's a good boy.
Yeah.
He seems like a good boy. All right. Good stuff. Next up, we've got
Mr. John Westhoff.
Yes, my new partner in crime, John Westhoff, has got his trade paperback for Drumsticks of Doom.
Yeah.
That is launching next week on January 16th.
Yep.
Be there or I'll be very upset with you because John is cool and we're working together on a project now. I'm doing the interiors for Child Possession Services.
I had him on here before. I think.
Nice.
Yeah, this is a great book. This is John's best book. I'm going to say that.
It's like it's his flagship book, kind of. Like this is what defines John.
I was there for the first Kickstarter.
as someone who does Granite State Punk and does a lot of punk rock, it's good to have that other book out there to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, there's John right there watching
Yep.
along. I think he has like a 3D printed drumstick holder that he's gonna do as a reward. Like, have you seen it, Travis?
I have not seen that. I mean, we did him and I did guitar picks once. Like that had.
Yeah, I have the guitar picks. Yeah.
He did drumsticks also. I think he's still doing drumsticks.
he-
but there was like a 3D printed holder that was like
He
this.
was talking about doing drumsticks for like the first Kickstarter, and then he was like saying how he couldn't do it.
No, he's done it.
Let's see. No, I'm sure he has now, but let's see.
I love Jordan's house. Every 2 minutes, he's getting up to grab something. He's like,
Oh,
"Oh,
yeah.
yeah,
It's amazing, right?
That's just a normal thing for me.
It is bigger on the inside.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Nope. I have too many drumsticks, or I have too many guitar picks.
Do you play guitar?
No.
I love it.
There you go. And then I'm on the other side, right? Or is that not the one with me on the other side?
This is the one from the first Kickstarter, so I don't know. It's just,
Oh, that's just Part-Time Comics. That's his logo.
Yeah, there's one that has my Granite State Punk logo on the other side. That's we did it together.
Cool.
yeah.
John's good people. I'm excited, Child Possession Services, that you're doing stuff. That's my other book that I backed with him on the regular. So.
Oh, yay. So yeah, it's gonna have new art, same drama, same dark humor, lots of crazy stuff going on.
Look at you. You're working for everybody these days.
I am, and I've done covers for people. I did covers for Crossover Division, which is launching on the 22nd. I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's launching on the 22nd. Then I colored a cover for Armageddon Quest, which is also launching the same week that I'm doing. I've been busy.
You've been busy, yeah.
It's been good. Comics has been good to me.
Nice.
What else have we got here? There's Otaku Lands.
Yep. We can just wait until the end on that one, though.
All right, we'll wait till the end on that.
I got to get my shameless self plug-in somehow.
Hey, you know what? We talked about the hustle and how the hustle needs to be hustled, so I can't fault you for hustling.
Yeah.
I mean, Todd McFarlane had a whole big spiel about how you're the only person who's going to advocate for yourself, and if you really want to work in this business, you got to be willing to get someone else fired because there's only so much room. It was pretty hardcore, but he's also Todd McFarlane, so you know.
Yeah, that is pretty hardcore.
I think the statement that he was making is, it's not like, hey, you're going to get this person fired, but you have to bring something of that caliber, or don't try to get in the room.
Or be better than the other person, I guess.
Right.
No, he's funny. Have you ever seen him talk? He's hilarious. I remember when he was talking about one time he was talking about like how like people were asking him like, because he was like the first one to make figures like really, really good, to like look like kind of like Japanese figures, like really realistic and stuff.
Yeah.
And people asked him like, how did you do it? How did you make your figure? How did you make your figure so good? And he was like, this is what I used to tell people. There's this new invention called a camera. You take the camera and you take a picture of what you want to make a figure of. And then there's this other invention called clay. You shape the clay until it's a picture. And I mean, it's funny the way he says it, but when you think back, we got a lot of bad toys back in the day that did not look anything like they were supposed to. So
we still get bad ones.
Yeah,
I mean,
even now they're still unforgivably bad.
Yeah, it still happens today, but not as often as before. Like, remember, I remember that G.I. Joe, that Lady J, that figure. Just I mean,
John Brown's a madman. He bought $1 million baseball because the baseball people wouldn't answer his phone to make figures. And then he bought $1 million baseball, and then they answered their phone.
Yeah.
That's a power move right there, I guess. I mean, that's how you get someone's attention, right?
Right. I mean, they weren't paying attention before, but they paid attention after. Like, I thought it was the stupidest thing in the world. I remember looking back, like, what had happened. I was like, why is Todd McFarlane buying a baseball? Like, that doesn't make any sense. But hearing it years later, him going, they wouldn't answer my call. I know there's a big market in sports memorabilia. So I spent some money to make them pay attention. He's like, I made way more than $1 million by getting that deal. It was worth it.
Yeah, power move.
And I don't have $1 million to do that, so I've never been able to play such power move. I can buy you like a dollar menu, which I don't even think exists anymore, so I can't even do that.
Yeah, I think it's more like a $3 menu now.
Right.
Yeah,
And you know what? Honestly, that would still win me over because,
Okay.
yeah, if you ever need to get my attention, just buy me a sandwich.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, there's the
Finally.
man.
Maybe.
Maybe? I don't know. Ralph, you with us, buddy?
Do we have sound?
Yes, I am with you.
There we go.
Hello,
All
guys.
right.
I just didn't want to jump in with everything on.
Hey,
I was trying to listen, but I had no sound over here, so
Oh man,
I got
you
I
missed,
just
you
got
missed
it
a lot.
recently.
uh,
I always miss a lot.
No.
Folks, you guys have been talking a lot of good talk here, at least from what I was able to gather from the parts I heard.
From you just guessing.
That too. Well, that and I had my phone on, and I was reading what you were saying.
Oh, with the captions, the live
It,
captions.
it actually does captions.
oh,
Does it
Yeah.
work?
Yeah. Right now, if you go to your Facebook, you'll see all these captions pop up because I don't have the sound on there either.
Oh yeah, I think I have captions always turned on by default because I have like
Same
weird
thing.
auditory processing issues and like
Hmm.
unless I can see what someone's saying, like I need the captions. But yeah, I think I've seen it a couple of times when I've scrolled by people doing live streams.
Yeah, on like Facebook, the captions for me, the captions are there unless I turn them off. Like
Yeah, same thing.
when I watch the videos. Yeah.
So I've been able to ascertain what's been going on.
All right, you got a gist.
A gist.
I've already sent the apple after Travis, so you know
All right.
it'll get him when it gets him.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned about these apples biting me. So
You gotta get bitten by the apples, baby.
Yeah, it can't be helped. It's just gonna happen. Just let it happen.
I mean, to be fair, it's our fault. We've been bobbing for them for years. Like they were gonna get their revenge.
Sooner or later.
Now
Yeah.
apple bobs for you.
Exactly.
I mean, you see in the intro, you see on like the Pac-Man screen, all the apples on the side. They're just like, oh, look at these guys roaming around.
So
I don't know. It sounds like biting apples will work right into your holiday spirits.
it would. I have an apple story of something that horrible happened. I went to pick apples because I'm from New England. So I'm from New Hampshire. We were picking apples, and there was a well, it wasn't a goat. It was like I feel like it was a llama, but llama doesn't make any sense.
Alpaca?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know what animal it was now I think about it. Maybe it was a deer. I don't know.
How tall was
Anyway.
it?
I was
Who's
feeding
that Pokemon?
some sort of animal that is four-legged that's big. Could have been a sheep. I don't know. I don't remember. I've actually never realized that I remember. It was a horse. I don't know. It was an animal. Anyway,
It was so traumatic you blocked it out.
right.
Exactly.
So I was feeding it an apple and it kept
Chupacabra.
my hand down because it got excited onto an electric fence.
Wow.
And it knocked it down and it screamed. And I was like, oh my God, I feel so bad. And I didn't feel it, because it travels through you to the main source. Yeah. I was like 12 years old and I was like, I think I killed it. And the person had to wake the animal up. And it was a horrible, horrible experience.
No wonder you blocked it out.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't, but
I
yeah,
would
that's
have blocked
true
that out
story.
too.
Oh man, kill the Chupacabra. Oh man.
No, you know what? If it was a chupacabra, then it deserved it.
Yeah.
You have no business being here.
Yeah.
Chupacabra.
Oh, man.
Chupa chupa.
Yeah, so that's my apple story.
I can see why you did this holiday spirit thing. with a story like that, that fits right into all that. So wait, you guys probably answered this. What made you decide to do because I see you've done 3 of them now so far. What made you decide to put all these stories together and put it out there?
So it was actually my letterer's idea, Jerome. Jerome, he wanted to do his own Kickstarter. he asked if I would do it under my company, and he was like, "Hey, I have this idea. What do we do Christmas horror stories?" He's like, "People really like that. We've got Krampus, we got all those things." And I was like, "All right." I was like, "We can do it." And I was like, "But my one request is anything I do with Orange Cone, I want it to be something special. I want something extra." So we added, so for the first one, we added an element of this guy named the Krampus Killer, and we use the Christmas Carol spirits, the past, present, and future spirits, and they're kind of our guide through the whole book. So we tell stories from the past, present, and future, and then we've used that character to tell stories through each of the campaigns. So on the second one, we did it where it was his trial, and we told other horror stories because the lawyer was using defense. Can all these be true? All these horror stories? And then I have something clever for this one too that I won't spoil it for people. So we've kind of added this extra element, but people love it. People love this book. It's really funny how many people have come to me like super excited for Krampus or super excited to pick up the book. The only time we've ever had a problem selling it is we have a cover that is really, really clever. It's a Dr. Seuss cover. It looks like Dr. Seuss with Krampus. People will pick that up all the time, and then when it doesn't have Dr. Seuss art inside, they're like, "Oh, disgusting," and they'll put it back. But if they pick up any of the other covers, they're like, "Oh."
The cover was too good on that one.
Right. The cover, like, I disappoint them when they open the book. They're like, "Oh, there's no Dr. Seuss in here," which kind of makes me just want to do a Dr. Seuss horror book.
Yes,
you might as well. It sounds to me like there's an audience out there.
Steamboat Willie.
I think we're going to fund this one. So if we fund this one, I can tell you guys, we haven't told a lot of people, but I can tell you guys what our next plan is. So for volume 4, we're going to switch up the whole format. We're going to get rid of the Krampus Killer and all that story, and we're going to do holidays. Holiday Spirits is going to be about monsters. So we're going to show Frankenstein during Christmas. We're going to show the Bride of Frankenstein, Dracula. We're going to show Phantom of the Opera, all these public domain monsters celebrating Christmas.
I love it. I'm here for this.
It sounds great, man.
And now you can use Mickey Mouse.
No,
but specifically Willie, apparently.
I can do specifically Willie.
Yeah, I don't know. Just let's wait and see what happens.
But it would be kind of weird, right? I have all these traditional monsters that I have Steamboat Willie. Why Steamboat Willie in here? Because he's a monster.
He's a talking rat. Of course, he's a monster.
I mean, if you watch that cartoon, he's doing nothing but abusing animals. Like there's some pigs. There's a mother pig feeding on these pigs, and he just rips all these babies out so he can like play the pig as an instrument. I mean, I don't know.
Hey man, there's already like 3 different horror movies being done.
I don't think we're gonna fly. You know what the problem is that the Steamboat Willie is public domain, but they trademarked the name Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
So if you do anything that looks close to Mickey Mouse, they can just argue brand confusion. So I would just wait. If you want to mess with Steamboat, I would just wait a little bit. Let's see what happens. You know.
What if it's Nicky Mouse?
Yeah, I haven't.
You can do Mickey Mouse right now. It's probably okay. Like
Ricky Rodin.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
You know, I'm known for my Cthulhu, so we invaded Neverland and Wonderland. But even when I had Pooh available to me, I was like, let's let it figure out. Let's just let it sort out. And that same thing I feel with Steamboat Willie.
Oh, the guy that made that movie, the Pooh, Blood and Honey, like they asked him, "Are you gonna mess with Steamboat Willie?" And that guy's like, "Yo, man, you have no idea what I went through in the background just for this Winnie the Pooh movie. I'm not touching Mickey Mouse. I'm not touching it." But he's gonna be Peter Pan though, so
they are.
They're making public domain. So yeah,
they're making a sequel for Blood and Honey too.
Yeah, they're making a sequel. Yeah,
horrible.
You got Ticker now. You got to have a sequel.
Yep.
Oh my God! I feel like as soon as I saw this stuff coming up, and as soon as I saw Pooh and the banana splits, I'm like sitting there going, I just feel like people go, I can make money off of this. And they're putting whatever crap they can put out there to put it out there so they can make money off of it because they got the name. And people go, oh, he did a horror movie out of Winnie the Pooh. I'm gonna go watch this. I'm like, no.
There's someone.
Didn't do well. I mean, for what they spent, I guess it made $5 million. It's not a big hit or anything. But I guess I don't think they put that much money into it anyway. So enough to make another movie, I guess. But.
I don't know. I was looking through Kickstarters the other day because I got bored and I can't remember if it's like a deck of cards or what, but someone's doing something with Steamboat Willie.
Yeah.
Already?
It's tarot.
Yeah, it's a tarot deck. It's on Kickstarter right now.
That's it.
Very,
That's
very
it.
well. But
Yeah,
that
that's
person,
doing really well.
if you pay attention to it, as someone who studies public domain to do my other stuff, like they are on the tee. They do not deviate. They make sure it's right on the nose.
Yeah.
No misconception.
Yep.
I don't know if you guys noticed, but the number went up over here. It's at
Yeah.
10,872. As soon as I put it up, the number went up. So I was like, oh, okay.
I love seeing that. Like when you open up the tab and it's just like the numbers just climb up. Yeah, it was at 275, wasn't it? And then 277 now?
Yep.
All right.
Mhm.
Excellent. This is what we want to see, folks.
Exactly. It's 4 days. Come on, don't wait till the last day. Don't give them a heart attack. Well, what do people like to give these creators heart attacks for, man?
I
Let it
don't know what's about this. I am so calm about this particular one. I have no idea why. I've been very calm and maybe just like I normally panic like on all my campaigns.
Right.
I've never had one enough, but for some reason I am just not panicked. And part of it's because I've seen the back end. We have like 700 people who want to be notified in the last couple of days.
Okay.
So I was like,
cool.
as long as we're tracking, like I feel pretty positive. But no, we've been steadily growing through the whole time. Have you been worried, Matta? No.
I know you got this.
Yeah. So it's been.
I've
good.
been doing my part to spread the word. I've been posting in my newsletters and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
we
No,
got this.
I think it's a good book. I think there's some of the creators are top creators. I mean, we've got Cullen friggin' Bunn. Like, what more can you want? Like,
I see you got Cat Calamia backing you up there.
Yeah, Cat backs our stuff.
Excellent. Oh, what stretch goals do you have in mind?
Ooh.
So the first stretch goal we will have a any book of a graphic novel size needs a bookmark. So
True.
we'll start out with the bookmark, of course.
I love bookmarks.
And I'll keep all of our stretch goals short to make sure stuff. We'll probably do an audio commentary. I'd like to do some audio commentary from some people.
Oh, those are fun. I love listening to those.
So we'll do some audio commentary probably early on. I like to get the teams back together. So it's a lot of fun. We're really proud of this, and it's pretty much done too. So which is really cool. So it's on the back end, everyone's got their stuff. I know Matta's stuff is done. I've seen all the letters, so we're going to be able to hit our deadlines of fulfillment and everything. So I mean, look at all the things at places that people have worked.
Whew, look at that.
Solid roster, very solid.
That's
And then there's
beautiful.
me.
And that's without using Cullen Bunn. If we use Cullen Bunn, that would just be everything because he works for every company ever.
Yeah.
You just have to write every company ever on there.
Yeah. Like I really, so Cullen Bunn, he started working with us in Cthulhu Invaded Wonderland, and I was so proud and so excited. I didn't know that was the year he was going to work for everybody. Like he had the Mad Cave, and he had the Boom Studios, he had the After Dark, like everybody. Look at that art.
Beautiful.
I did that.
Yeah.
I keep telling Matta, now I want to see her do a Phoenix.
I will. I told you there's going to be a Phoenix and Buddy and Friends, so you'll see it eventually.
Good. Because this just looks so beautiful.
Oh,
And I can see the look at that. I can already see the Phoenix there. Look at that.
yep, got the wings out there.
Mm-hmm.
The Phoenix goatee.
There you go.
I like it. I love my goat demon.
It's really a lot of interesting stuff put together in one book.
Yeah, we bring up at the stop. It's super fun. And then if you don't know, one of the things that's one of our add-ons, we do them in July too. So we have 2 one-shots that are single issues that have them for Christmas in July.
Oh, cool.
So we have a lot of stuff.
How many Kickstarters did you run last year?
Uh-oh.
Well, are you
Like
counting
6?
this one?
Technically, yeah, because you launched it last year.
Okay, so 7.
Jeez, that's
Dang.
not even like one every 2 months. That's
No,
a lot.
That's a lot.
that's a lot. I have my calendar over here. I literally have 11 months scheduled. I don't think I'll do all 11, but I have 11 months on my calendar of
Wow.
Wait, like one Kickstarter a month or
Yeah.
madness? Absolute madness.
I love
don't know how
making.
you do that. It's bad enough to do one Kickstarter.
Yeah, right? Like, let me just give myself psychic damage for like 11 months straight.
It is. In fact, my wife is contemplating writing a book for real about the psychological damage that us creators go through to get
Yes,
funded.
you know
Or
what?
I'd read that
I
book.
support this because like people think it's so easy, like, oh yeah, you just put out a book and you get money, right? It's like, no,
No.
I'm curled up in a ball screaming and clicking on refresh for like 24 days straight.
Geez.
well, in your self worth, it's almost like you're asking your self worth. It's not just backers. It's like, how many people feel that my art should be in the world?
My God, yeah, it's and everyone is always like, oh well, you shouldn't tie your self-worth to this, but it's hard not to.
Right.
Like you're putting everything you've got on the line, and then it's like if it doesn't do as well, then you're like, well, like is this the end for me? Is this the last book I'm gonna put out? Like you start getting super melodramatic, and it's like, does everyone hate me now? Has everyone abandoned me? There's a lot that goes on.
Matta, your whiner voice always sounds like the same person, no matter who it is.
Yeah, you know why? Because it's me. I'm whining.
People like, yeah, but Joe. It was like a character.
Well, it's even worse when you do anthologies because then I'm literally letting everyone down, like everyone fail. Especially when someone messages me, "What happens if we don't fail?" I was like, "Don't message me that. That's not a possibility." You shut your mouth.
Failure is not an option.
You'll be bitten by the apple.
Yeah, send the apple after them.
Somebody got to be bitten by the apple.
So yeah, that's, at the bottom there is our 6 that we did this year, and then this would be the 7th.
Over here. Okay.
No, right there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but we did 6 last year too, so we just did one more extra. And to be honest, I'm disappointed because I have 2 complete books ready to go. I just couldn't find the time. I like to make sure I don't have people waiting on stuff, so I like to make sure at least there's a digital out before I launch the next thing. It's not always the same rule, but I try to.
That makes sense though, because people want to, when they're supporting something, they want to know they're going to get it.
Right. I don't hold. I used to have a thing where it has to be completely done, and I was like, that's slowing me down too much. So I at least make sure I get the digital, so people are like, I've done enough books. You can trust me that I'm going to do the other part. Right?
Yeah, you definitely have to earn that trust at first. Otherwise, it's like, all right, well, it's like, granted, State Punk is funded, whatever. I'm gonna do like broke down in 4 dead bodies, and you launch that campaign, and everyone's like,
where's my Granite State Punk? You didn't ship it out yet.
There it goes. There it goes.
There's my book. Where's my book?
Where's my book?
I want my book.
My God, guys, he's a scam artist. He didn't send out the book. It's been 1 month and I haven't gotten my book yet.
I just think it's one person. It's dude that you keep running into in cons.
Well, and then it's even worse because they can now anonymously just go, "I'd like an update," and people will do that before it's even due. Like it's not even supposed to be to you yet. Why are you saying this?
I've seen people do it while the Kickstarter is going on.
Right? They would like an update of what's going on. We're making it. Stop.
like it's going. Like that's literally your update. It's just like it's happening.
I think it was Phil Russert. He was on and he was explaining the whole process, and he was explaining that sometimes Kickstarter doesn't give you your money right away. You have to wait for that thing to show up, and if you're waiting for that money to show up in order to do the book, then you got to wait for that money to show up.
Yeah, I think earlier this year people were saying that it was taking them up to like 4 weeks to get the funds instead of 2 weeks, and like people, like the audience, just didn't understand that.
No.
It's like I can't like conjure books out of my behind. Like I need the money to pay the company to print it.
I mean, but people act like 4 weeks is a long wait. That's not a long.
That's not a long wait.
That's not long. That's I don't know.
You know what it is? I feel like
humanity's great, huh? Yeah, like
they think we're Amazon, where it's like you buy it and you just get it the next day.
I think that's what they get their comics, from DC and Marvel. They don't understand that those books have been in the making for a while.
And even those books are late sometimes too, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, those books are late all the time. As someone who reads tons of, like, you have at least Marvel and DC, probably 2 or 3 books are late, whether it be just a week late or some of them are longer, but they're always late. These things happen. Like,
if it's an Image book, then you're just gonna have to wait.
Yeah, it'll get there one day. Maybe.
Yeah.
Or your store didn't order it. One of the two.
I was there from the 90s, so I'm used to it.
Yeah, what were
In
the
the
what were
90s, you had to wait a long time for the next book.
what were the 3 books that hit 300 issues? Like Spawn hit it and Savage Dragon hit it,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
it would have
Savage
hit
Dragon
300
hasn't
a lot faster if because I think who was the third one? I'm trying to think what's the third one. No, there's only been 3 outside of Marvel DC,
No, the
But
Cerebus,
they
Gold
would have got
Diggers,
there. It goes. Yeah, service. Thank you.
Cerebus and Gold Diggers both hit it.
Yeah.
Spawn, and then has Savage Dragon hit it, or is it close?
I believe so.
I don't think.
so.
I think it's this year. I don't think it's hit it yet.
Mm.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Oh, it could. Yeah, if it hasn't hit it, then it's coming. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's this year. It's this year, but he hasn't hit it yet. So, yeah.
But I mean, it's. I mean, but these books, like, I mean, it's been for the 90s. They should have been hit 300. Like, if it came out every single month, like, on time. Like, so.
And really, honestly, the only one that should really count is Savage Dragon because it's written and drawn wholly by Eric Larson. Nobody else is. They even had a issue. I don't know if you remember. Like, it was issue 6 where they switched writers and artists. He did an additional issue 6, one so he could be part of it, and one so he can make sure he wrote every issue. Because Spawn did it, sure, but he didn't do it.
Let's see. Savage Dragon. What issue is it?
What is it up to?
270 something from the look.
It's coming. Okay, so it's coming.
Yeah, it's coming.
Yeah, because I remember I think they were making a big deal out of 275. That was what they were making a big deal out of recently.
I can't even fathom getting to a 275 of anything.
Meanwhile, I'm just here like, oh man, indies.
That's the right attitude. I love that attitude. Never
Going back to
lose
that
it.
Todd McFarlane interview, he said to be relevant, in his opinion, you need to do 50 issues.
That actually makes sense.
All right, so by the time my series ends, it'll be relevant. Cool.
I was gonna say, Matta, you're in track to make at least 50 issues. So
Yeah, I've got
have
like
to be worried,
50
yeah.
to 70 somewhere. Like I'll be 80 years old and I'll still be drawing this, but maybe by the time I'm 80 years old, I'll be relevant. Good to know.
But you've got it down packed, Matt. I remember one time going, "Oh, I have all 5, but I've only read 1 through 3," and you're like, 4 is where it hits. That's always the logic, right? When someone's trying to pitch something to someone, like, I watched season 1, I didn't like it. No, season 2 is where it kicks off. You got to start at season 2. Like,
Yeah, and then you keep them going, and they're like, "I got to find out what happens in season 2."
Oh, you said season 2. Oh, but you don't know about happening in season 3?
right? You haven't seen season 3 yet.
Yeah. 4 was where shit hit the fan, and like I
Exactly.
feel like that's when a lot of people got into it because they're like, "Okay, so this is what's going on. This is what it's about."
So they tried to tell me that with Walking Dead, because I hit season 2 and I was like, I ain't watching this shit.
There's so many seasons.
I hit season 2 and I was like, no, that's it. I'm done.
It ended. That's it. It's over. No more seasons.
I mean, if you got to, I mean, that's pretty much what the show was like at the time. It even got worse, and then that's like when the show was good, but then it
First
just
2
got
seasons,
worse.
yeah.
Read the comic. Man.
The comic was better.
Yeah, comic's better.
Completely better.
That's usually the case, isn't it? It's like comic book is always better.
Yeah.
The book is usually better. I find it very rare that the show or the movie is better than the book. And sometimes it happens, but it's very rare.
Well, you know,
Or at least it's good.
when you're reading a book, it's like, you know, you're everything. When you're reading a book, you're the director. The music that plays in the background is whatever music you want. You can cast whatever actors you want. You know, like the pace is at your own pace, whatever. Someone makes a movie, they take all those decisions away from you, and so you either agree with them or you don't. So,
But
I feel like they also don't quite know who their audience is because they're like they don't necessarily make things for people who have read the book. They're more like, how do we get new people into this? Like, what would we do to like make this appeal to a general audience?
Yeah, the best is when you can find a middle ground. You know.
Yeah.
But
Well, the
a lot of
problem
times it's just, you know, nope, the moviegoers forget you guys, you know. So
I think Sandman did that really well, actually, but that's also because Neil Gaiman had a hand in it because he was like, if anyone's going to run this into the ground, it's going to be me. Like that's legit what he said when they started like thinking about the series in general. But like,
At
it's
least
pretty
with
accurate.
Neo, he knows how to write other things. He
Yeah.
writes comics, he writes books, so he has an idea of what might work.
Well, and I think for Sandman specifically with Neil Gaiman, he went in and added things that are more relevant to the time, like gender issues and stuff that
Yeah.
are relevant now. They weren't relevant when he was writing Sandman, or at least they weren't heavily talked about. So adding that in now, versus the opposite, like Brian K. Vaughan's Why the Last Man, none of that stuff was mentioned in the book, and now it was heavily mentioned and stuff. So it's weird source material. Like sometimes the source material, if you take too long, movie studios, not that anyone watching this, it becomes less relevant.
Yeah.
And it's not that the things were bad, it's just it was written for a time that isn't now.
Yeah, exactly.
So
that.
like you guys say to like read the comics, but I don't read the comics because I do indies. I have to do the animations or the live actions because I don't pick up Marvel or DC.
There's
The
more
only-
comics out there than Marvel and
The
DC.
only indie comic, and I put that in quotes, that is getting any sort of live action or animation is Something is Killing the Children.
Oh, that's right. They are
Because
making.
it's going to Netflix.
Nice.
Well, they just announced Criminal from Ed Brubaker today as option by Amazon, which is a big deal.
Cool.
Someone suggested to me that I check his stuff out. I just haven't done it yet.
If you like crime noir stuff, he's literally the best person to write it.
But
Yeah,
man,
that whole Winter Soldier, that's all him. That's all from his book. So that's all him. So that's pretty good. It's pretty good. That's pretty good. But of course, it was a lot longer in the comic. That was a fairly good adaptation. It's one of their best movies. Captain America and Winter Soldier. Yeah, all that bringing Bucky back to life. That's him. Because for years they said no, you cannot bring Bucky back to life.
That's one of the rules. You
They
cannot
did
bring
a good
Bucky
job.
back.
So like I always say, the rules are you can't bring back Uncle Ben and you can't bring Bucky. So we're all like, as soon as Bucky came back, like, all right, when are they gonna bring Uncle Ben back? We're just waiting. So
Alternate universe where
They
Uncle
just got
Ben is
rid of him
Spider-Man.
completely.
I know, right?
There is alternate universes, Matta, there where Ben's alive. So you
Yeah.
that
Oh,
is
yeah.
already-
But he's
They've already done that
Spider-Man.
to the universe, yeah. Well, like Gwen Stacy's still dead, but her alternate universe versions are all over the place. But
for a dead girl, I see you an awful lot.
I know, right? Yeah.
But she's the Ghost Spider.
I just because I don't follow the character, but I think they revealed that now she's gonna be in this reality. I'm like, wasn't she already in this reality? I read
I
comics
thought
where
it
she's
was
in this reality. Huh?
I don't even know what reality we're in anymore.
I love the lack of faith that Marvel had with Gwen Stacy as Spider-Man in the beginning. Literally, her name's just Spider-Gwen. They didn't even try. They're like, oh, you like her? I guess we should give her a real name. Hard to have a secret identity when it's literally a name.
It's not even Gwen Stacy. It's Emma Stone. It's for everybody who saw the Amazing Spider-Man. And they think that's what Gwen Stacy was like. That's not what Gwen Stacy was like.
Right.
So, but all right. But it's for people who feel bad that Emma Stone died. It's really for So
It's
there's
under-
nothing.
She didn't die in real life.
I know.
Well, for some people,
Die in the show, you
you
die
had
in
a
real
People
life.
had like a heart attack with
people,
that.
people who didn't know that Gwen Stacy died. That upset a lot of people. Like they didn't,
How can you kill Emma off?
It's Andrew's fault.
You killed Emma. Yeah, because everybody got so that it was a great scene and it did its job. People were hurt. It really hit home.
That was the point.
Exactly.
Like mission accomplished, achievement unlocked.
But then they were like, okay, we got to bring her back somehow because people are going crazy.
Yeah. So they get Spider-Gwen. There you go.
Yeah. Or Gwenpool.
Oh. Well, Gwenpool just exists because they want a character that Sony at the time when Fox had the rights, to Marvel, and Sony had the Spider-Man rights. We want to create a character that Sony can't use that Fox couldn't use. So here you go, Gwenpool. Like nobody can use this. This is ours.
Does anybody want to?
No.
That's
Those
the
are
real
really-
question we should be asking.
What video game was that? I think wasn't the Lego games where in like the first game it was all Deadpool and everybody loves Deadpool, and then that's like when like Marvel was like holding back on all the Fox stuff, so they used Gwenpool instead. It's like you don't want Gwenpool, we want Deadpool. Like we don't want this.
But isn't that what happened with Miss Marvel? Wasn't she supposed to be a mutant, and then they made her an Inhuman because they didn't have the rights and they didn't want to give it to
Yeah, yeah, and now and now in the comics she's a mutant Inhuman. So
Well, even like
Inhuman?
yeah, and she has the same
Oh.
exact. Because like in the MCU, she has like these crystal powers. They're different.
Right.
And then in Marvel, she had like these, Mr. Reed Richards powers, pretty much.
Right.
She still has those powers. He didn't change her powers, but she's
no. So they
a
haven't
mutant
revealed
Inhuman.
they haven't revealed what her mutant power is in the book. So I'm going geek. I apologize.
Oh yeah, I'm not an
That's
idiot.
what we do here.
That's what we do here. Yeah.
Yeah, I assume it'll probably be the light power. That'll probably be her mutant power.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you go even further, Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver were made Inhumans. Remove the mutant from them. I'm a huge Magneto fan. You see.
Yeah.
But I have a Magneto shrine over here. I can put on the
Yeah, I
helmet.
see it.
Awesome. Oh, you have the helmet?
Yeah.
You can't say you have the helmet and not put it on.
Not show it? Yeah. Hold
You're
on.
legally obligated to wear the helmet now.
The question is it the Marvel Legends one? Yep.
Oh.
Excellent.
I have Magneto on my shirt. Like,
Nice.
He's a good villain.
He's a great villain.
Oh, I didn't like that. I hated that they made Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch not as children anymore. I hated that. I mean,
Yeah, that was
just
stupid.
I
But
hate it.
it's
Just
still like
to
we
be
have
in
it.
line with the movies and everything. No, I mean the movies could be. I understand why they did in live action, right? Blah 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 blah. But I hated that. It's like so every Sentinel that ever picked up Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver, every Sentinel that ever registered them as mutants was wrong all these years. Okay.
Correct. Yes, all of it.
All the Sentinels.
Yeah, I hate
And
it.
he's not
Still
Magneto's
Sentinel.
kids, regardless of how he looks like them and they were designed that way. No.
Yeah.
Pietro even has the freaking white hair.
Right.
Oh.
I'm gonna just nod my head.
Yeah, I didn't read that comic of Miss Marvel as a.
If it's not on this show,
I didn't read that comic about Miss Marvel as an X-Men. It sounded like the most ridiculous thing ever. Like so like there was a thing at the time where they destroyed Krakoa, all the mutants were on the run, and so if and so Orcus said, for example, if we see any mutant anywhere, we're gonna kill like 100 humans. Okay, so Miss Marvel comes back to life. Nobody knows she's a mutant. She's an Inhuman. So what does she do? She goes out with an X-Men outfit. I'm like, oh my god! like
It's not the best plan, I admit.
like, what? Like everybody thinks you're an Inhuman. If you show up as an X-Men, they're gonna. Oh my god! So I was like, no, I'm not. Iman Vellani's awesome. But she's co-writing the book, and I think she's awesome as a person and all that. But yeah, nah.
all I'm gonna say.
I think she needs a better co-writer. So.
All
I
I'm gonna
love
say.
that little girl. I
No,
love
she's
her.
awesome. She's
When I can't think of it.
not a comic book writer, but I think she's awesome.
Yeah,
But she's
Kevin
not a comic
Feige's
book writer, but she's
the
awesome.
616, and
Yeah.
she was like, no, that's wrong. That's not the way it is.
Yeah, she's right. Yeah, and Feige's still calling it 616. It's like, yeah,
That's not
that's
right.
like why you're in trouble, man. You're moving so far away from the source material, man. I mean, So, what can you do? She's awesome as a person, not a writer. She's awesome as a person.
I mean, I don't think any of those.
I feel the most bad for her. I feel the most bad for her for the Marvels that didn't do well. I feel the most bad for her. I don't, Brie Larson's whatever, but I feel the most bad for her. But, she's awesome. And I like the show too. I like Miss Marvel. I like the show too.
You were gonna say, Travis?
I was just going to say that I don't think the mutant stuff is her fault. I think that's editorial from on top.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's because they're bringing it back to the original plan. Because the original plan was that she was a mutant,
Sure.
and then when they didn't have the rights to it, they're like, we can't do that. Make her an Inhuman.
Well, they could have made her a mutant, but then Fox would own her.
Exactly. That's what they didn't want. They didn't want Fox to own it.
Do you remember when Bendis when he was doing what was it called, the Illuminati book, and then he put his twist on what the Beyonder was? And that was the first time he said that the Beyonder was an Inhuman mutant. It was like at the time we're like, what the heck? What does that even mean? And so remember, if you read Secret Wars, like originally he was just like a god, like a force of energy, and then the original Secret Wars 2, that's when he had that Michael Jackson look.
Right.
No, according to Bendis, he always looked like Michael Jackson. He always looked like that. He was a human mutant. Like what? So, Hickman Secret Wars.
man.
Hickman Secret Wars erased all that, so don't worry about it.
So wait. When they do Secret Wars in the MCU, will the Beyonder be part of it?
They have not said anything about Beyonder. I don't know.
I
don't know.
think Secret Wars for the movies is going to be mixing the timelines of all the
Yeah.
stuff, you know. So
It's
we'll
going
have
to be their Crisis on Infinity Earths.
correct.
Yeah.
I think that's what it'll turn into, which is fine. You know,
Yeah.
Give me more Tobey Maguire. I'm all about it.
Oh, I can't wait to see half the people. Yeah. All right.
All I'm gonna say is that if it's not on this shelf, it's forbidden knowledge to me. If it's not on this source point shelf,
Oh my God.
Yeah, for me, Marvel and like it's just too much to keep up with. It's too
Yep.
much.
Yeah.
I
It's
do not
like
want
that's like a part-time job in itself to just like keep up with everything and read everything that's going on and then see all the things.
And then as soon as you catch up, DC and Marvel go, all right, you read all that stuff, you understand what's going on, but now we're gonna mix everything up all over
Or
again.
it's like, you know what, all the stuff that you just read for the past 10 years, forget that, we're rebooting it.
No, you only have to read up to, I'm gonna say, from 1960 to 2000, then you can stop. That's what you're. No, once you get up to Civil War, stop.
Yeah.
That's at the cutoff point. That's like.
Well,
To
I'm
me,
going to
that's
keep
the
it
cutoff
here
point.
forever. So just put me on your speed dial if you just need to call a friend. I got you.
Awesome. Good to go.
All right, so Travis, say your stuff one more time so that people can hear it. I'll put up your project on the side here.
Yeah, we have Holiday Spirits live. It is our 24th Kickstarter, according to this little document right here. I was not aware of that till right now, but
Yes,
Oh,
indeed.
look.
Yes, look at that.
more money. So we are funding Holiday Spirits 3. It's an anthology series. You do not need the other two to get this one.
But you should get them anyway.
It has 15 stories in it. 16. Actually, it says 15 on the page, but it's actually 16. 16 stories, over 250 pages. I'm thinking we're clocking in about 275. I'm sorry, 175, 200. It's going to be great. So some great creators in here, from Colin Bunn to Mario Casilli to myself. I think I'm pretty decent. We got David Byrne, who does Canceled. We've got a lot of Scout. We've got a lot of Source Point guys doing a lot of really cool stuff in here. So if you're in the indie scene and you want to know who's doing indie comics, I've got the who's of doing stuff.
Yes, he does. And of course, Matta over here is doing some stuff on the book as well.
Yeah, it's
And
like
you know you
we've
want
got all
to-
these big names, and then there's also Matta.
You are literally in the section. If you scroll down just a little bit, we only highlight a few names, and you are in the middle of the pack.
It is an honor to be highlighted, honestly. Like, thank you so much for shouting me out.
Well, yeah, because Matta is a one-woman team, and she needs to be highlighted.
Right? She's beast.
Thank you.
Yeah, I
But
agree.
no, we're super proud of it. I mean, we've got some great, amazing art styles, a great cover selection
It
in
is a
there.
great cover selection, yeah.
That's pretty cool. And we've got all sorts of styles, but there's a beginning, middle, and end. If you like horror Christmas and you want to see what it's all about, what's your story about, Matta?
Oh, it was based on like something that's not even actually part of my own culture, but was just fascinating, which is the Yele goat.
Yes,
Oh, I know the goat, yeah.
which
Yeah.
is what we wanted for the cover of this one.
Yeah, so I love that goat. I always pull for it every year to not be set on fire, but sometimes people set it on fire. And this story is called Got Your Goat, and it's about a small town in which a Yele goat magically appears, and some asshole kids set it on fire, and they suffer the consequences.
I like that.
Because that's what asshole kids need.
They
Consequences.
suffer the consequences.
The goat-related consequences.
Bad.
Bad. They've been very bad.
They've been very bad. Come on, folks. You know you want this. Look at this beautiful art. A lot of great people working on it. Dude, I know Christmas is back there, but come on, let's have Christmas in our hearts year round.
Damn right.
I mean, it was only a couple weeks ago. Like,
Exactly.
Christmas has
Last
never left
week.
us. Yeah. Almost
you
literally.
probably haven't even finished your stocking. Like the candy that was in your stocking, you probably haven't finished it all yet.
Oh, that's a definite.
Oh, the lights are still up too. They haven't even been taken down.
Right.
Yeah, my lights are still up. I don't feel like putting them down either, because then it gets all really dark.
No,
and
you know what? You're gonna have to put them up again in December. You might as well
It's
just
not
leave
even
them up all
that.
year round.
It's just that after Christmas, I feel like the world gets into this weird gloomy state because you don't have all those beautiful lights all over the place that you can look at, and make you feel better.
Oh, that's just because it's an election year. That has nothing to do with the lights. So
Don't remind me.
Oh,
That
I
should be its own
mean,
horror story right there.
it should be his own horror story. It is a horror story. It's a live horror story.
I hate it.
Yeah, whenever everybody talks about politics, that's when I most believe the theory that we must be in a simulation. This can't be reality.
Or so
That's when I believe that the most. When everybody talks about like what's going on in politics, I'm like, this can't be reality. People can't be this stupid. Can they be this stupid? We have to be. This has to be a simulation, right?
a friend of mine has a theory that we're actually in hell, and I'm starting to believe it a little more and more.
It could be.
I feel like with me, it's like, do you want this leech or do you want this leech?
They're both the same leech. It's the same leech.
Yeah, he just changes costumes.
It's like, do you want this leech or you want this leech
Oh,
with
man.
a hat?
It's like
I want the one with the hat.
it's like what George Carlin said. There's a Democratic Party. There's a Republican Party. You're not invited to either party.
Exactly.
As soon as you realize that,
Yep.
as soon as you realize that, I mean, I don't know.
A wise sage, that man.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Rest in peace, George Carlin.
George
I
Carlin was the
actually
man.
saw his last show.
Wow.
I was
Aw.
very lucky to see his last show right before he
Wow.
died. So and I was like, he was reading from a paper and stuff, but he still got it. Still had humor. I'm gonna swear now because it's way later than the 1 minute. But
Yeah.
I mean, I already broke the seal on it anyway, so.
Yeah. Technically ended 8 minutes ago.
I came back and cursed 4 times already.
right, there was this lady who was just being, "I love you, George. I love you," and he just he's like, "Will someone put a dick in that woman's mouth, please?"
That's George, all right. Oh my god.
But no, I was super blessed to see
His
that.
comedy was so brilliant. Oh
Yeah.
It was ahead of its time.
yeah. Completely. Like I watch his stuff now, and it still sounds like he's talking about stuff like he's still alive, and he's still talking about what's going on right now.
Yeah, did you watch that the weirdest documentary ever? His documentary. It's on HBO.
I think so. Yeah.
It's
No.
weird. It's not like a normal documentary because he's telling it. Because it's like an interview with him. So it's not like his friends telling it. It's him telling you his life story, why he's dead. It's weird. It like doesn't feel right because you're normally like it's a friend who's telling it, and then you get
Right.
clips
It's like,
and
I
stuff.
remember George. George was
Yeah.
a great guy.
But George is like, here's my shit.
That's so on brand for him.
I know what
though.
you're saying to yourself, but George is dead. Yeah, I am dead, but I'm still talking to you.
Very weird.
That's brilliant, though.
That is brilliant. That's totally George, though. I can see George doing that.
It feels weird, but it's really good. You should watch it.
I will check that
We're
out.
big George Carlin fans here, and his humor is actually a thinking man's humor.
Yeah.
You know,
It's kind of timeless, isn't it? Because
It
it's
is.
like
Yeah.
it still holds up.
completely. So, folks, did we cover everything? Is everything done? Do we have to say anything else? I think, Matt, you should say your stuff one more time. I'll put you up here.
Oh, all right.
Do I have it up here?
And
I
Jordan's
don't
gonna get his plug.
Yes, Jordan also has to do the hustle. So
Okay.
I do.
Jordan's
that's
currently
right.
checking his shelf to see whether or not we can talk about Matta's stuff because it may not be on the shelf and therefore it's irrelevant.
it's not on his shelf. I know that for a fact.
No, it's
so
not.
it's irrelevant.
Well, we got to figure that out.
Or I'll
Figure
just
it out.
when I hit issue 50, maybe then.
Maybe when
Maybe
Tom
then.
McCrollan says irrelevant, Jordan will pick it up.
Yes.
All right, computer, work with me.
Doop, 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 doop.
I'm very scared of your whiteboards behind you. Just for the record.
You're scared of my whiteboard?
Yeah, I have
This one right
whiteboards
here?
like that, and that just means lots of work. So I don't trust them.
It looks exhausting. Like I've never I've tried to avoid eye contact with the whiteboards because I'm like everything on there just looks tiring. Oh my god.
See, we
By
got,
the
we got the
Oh
whiteboard.
no.
Oh,
And here's the shrine since I'm up, I guess. Here's the shrine.
Oh, look at that shrine. Oh,
nice.
beautiful.
Amazing.
That's just
yes,
beautiful.
the whiteboard of doom.
My shrine is the Source Point bookshelf.
And then I make those. See those little. What are they? What would they be called? Paintings.
Oh, cool.
That's the only art that I do. I do it just for my wife every year. She loves
Aw.
video games.
Aw. That's cute. All right, I think I got mad if my computer will stop doing other things.
Oh no. Did you set up the new one yet?
No, I can't because I have to do like 10,000 things in order for that computer to be set up.
Oh my goodness.
No wonder you've been.
I'm still working. Like
so-
if you can look back here, you'll see that the whole set looks completely different.
It's a little different. Like 15%
All right, go ahead, Matta.
different. Oh, shit. So yeah, I've got Sacrimony, A Tale of Love, Life, and Death in no particular order, launching next week. It is the story of a teenage girl who died, but then she got better. And as with all mysterious resurrection stories, there's a catch. The catch is that she has no memory of her past, no idea why she has magical powers, or why she has demon wings that she now has to hide from society. And she's just trying to make a normal life in a city that wants her dead yet again.
And folks, we're at 143. Come on, there's only 7 away from that 150 stretch goal.
Yes, I did not talk about the stretch goal, but there is a stretch goal that will be unlocked before the campaign even begins if we hit 150 followers before the campaign goes live, and that's that you get some bonus art in both the printed and the digital version of the books.
So go get it to
Yes.
150, folks.
Matta, oh my God. It has been a long time. You have perfected your pitch.
It's about damn time, right?
That is amazing. Oh
you.
my God, it's so
Dude,
good. I'm so proud of you.
Bam.
You are killing it.
Yeah, I think we talked when like in person or over the internet, but when I was doing like book 2 or something and I was still trying to figure my shit out and I was like really nervous and timid, but I learn
I'm
sometimes.
proud.
Thank you.
Proud.
Sometimes.
There it is.
Hey,
All right. So, in case you haven't noticed the flashing colors behind me or over my shoulder, yes, as of last week, I am officially affiliated with this wonderful website called otakulamps.com. They make, as you can see behind me, wonderful colors and wonderful designs on them. From VTubers to anime like Chainsaw Man or JoJo's Bizarre Adventure or so many different collaborations. They got standard size ones like this, and then they have ones that go as big as 2 feet. There's one that's an 8-foot lamp. That one right there is a 2-foot lamp. Yeah, all sorts of good different ones there.
I love this hat.
Oh yeah, that is.
That's a good
Hats and
hat.
Thieves. Okay.
Yep. That is a video game by the name of Persona 5.
Oh, this from Persona. Okay.
Yep.
I
And then
played
you
Persona.
Yep, you got Naruto, you got, I think Mob Psycho is one of them. They do Call of Duty ones, as you can see by the Ray GUN in the middle. Berserk.
very
Tale.
tale.
Yep.
Very tale.
Hunter.
That's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there a sale going on? Because all these
Yeah,
prices.
there is.
Okay. All the
Yep.
prices look slashed.
Yep.
They're
So
like
usually-
massively slashed. That's
Yeah.
like 50% off.
I
Dude.
started my collection by buying 5 of them.
Damn.
Berserk.
Nice.
They have, I think it's they do have a giant brand of gluttony lamp right there, actually.
There you go. Yep. Yeah.
Oh, look at that ball. Whew.
Yeah. Yeah, those are the big ones.
Giant bull.
But yeah, they have the Scout Regimen thing from Attack on Titan. It's $800 for 8 foot.
Damn.
Where would I even put that? Let alone get $800 for it.
Oh, look
Well,
at all the good stuff.
luckily for you,
Oh,
if you use this code right here, and
Oh.
which is
The code
Hagar,
that's under his name.
yeah, Hagar 10. That is HAGAR and then 10. You will save 10%.
under the name. Okay.
Yeah, you will
I
save.
use
This
it. It
code
works.
right there. There you go. So
I
That
use
one.
the code. It works. It
put
works.
the code into the chat over here, and I'll share it with the crowd.
Yep, you will save 10% at discount. Tony was one of the ones to find that out for me.
Yep.
So go ahead, Jordan. Put it there so I can put it on chat.
Oh, and also Jordan gets a little something as commission to spend more money on indie comics.
Yeah.
And then maybe we can get you on his shelf.
Yeah, maybe Sacramony will finally be relevant.
I got
it. All right. Of course, there's our friend with his beautiful Magneto mask.
I mean, if we're gonna be pulling out like Marvel Legends, if we're gonna be pulling out like
pull some stuff out now.
What's going on?
What?
I'm afraid.
Anytime Jordan moves around,
literally all of them.
Anytime Jordan moves around, we find something.
Wow.
Woo! Look at that. What's Stormbreaker?
Yeah.
I always forget the name. I always call it the Beta Ray Bill hammer.
I mean, this is what it is.
But
all right, folks, as you can tell, we're a bunch of geeks geeking out here, having fun. Go support these beautiful projects. Support the geeks.
Get some lamps too.
Yep.
Exactly.
They're geek lamps.
They're good geek lamps.
Exactly. All the lamps are good. On this show, stuff happens, but it's not what I usually do. So here. Get out of here, folks. What are you waiting for?